I had a client recently that used this hack to save over $1,000 every single month on her mortgage interest. And the best part is that she did it in 15 minutes and didn't have to make any sacrifices or save more. I honestly don't know why more people aren't talking about this. Now, in Australia, there is a clear bank loyalty tax. The banks charge less to their new customers than they do to their existing ones. This happens because the banks compete hard for new business, so they want to make their pricing super competitive. But once you're in the tent, they know that people are a little bit lazy, so they're less likely to change, and so the prices creep up over time. But this is seriously costly, particularly because the average debt levels in Australia, with mortgage debt in particular, are so high. The loyalty tax is between 0.5% and 1% on average, but it can be higher or lower depending on your bank and how long it's been since you've actually reviewed your mortgage. On the average mortgage size of $600,000 across Australia, that means that you could be paying between $3,000 and $6,000 on average through the bank loyalty tax. And if your mortgage debt number is higher, it could be a whole lot higher again. Now, this client came to us and she had mortgages across 3 properties, her own home and 2 investment properties. Total mortgage debt was around $2 million. She hadn't done a proper review of her mortgages in 3 years. And when I showed it to one of our mortgage brokers, they almost fell off their chair. Now, the mortgage broker was able to negotiate on the client's behalf with the bank to get them to sharpen up the rate, reduce the rate, without them having to actually change any of the products or do any of that annoying paperwork. They also added an offset account to her home mortgage, which she didn't have in place previously, which she could immediately use to reduce her interest costs even further because she had a chunk of money sitting in a savings account. Now, when you're paying more than you need to in interest costs, it simply means that you've got less money that you can save and invest or spend on today. A quick phone call here can save you a ton of money. And this is why it's so important to have a good mortgage broker or finance person in your corner that's proactively looking at this stuff regularly so that you don't have to.